Conference.
Game 1's of the East.
Yep.
Starting off with Philadelphia and the Raptors.
That was a slaughtering.
Yeah.
My goodness, Tyrese Maxey, where have you been the last few weeks?
I know, he has replaced James Harden as their second best player.
Yeah.
I mean, James Harden didn't play terrible. He was decent.
Yeah. Harden, he had 22 points and 14 assists. I'd say that's a great game.
But, he was 6 for 17 on his shots.
Yeah, so that wasn't great. Oh, and even Joel Embiid only had 19 points. He did have 15 rebounds. But,
they don't win that game if Maxey plays normal.
Yeah. But, Embiid and Harden really didn't play to their... Well, Embiid definitely didn't play to his normal.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Because if they had both played that poorly and Maxey doesn't go off for almost 40, then I don't know if they would have won.
But yeah, Embiid shot 33%, Harden shot 35%. Danny Green was in true playoff form, going 1 for 6.
Yeah.
And even Tobias Harris played really great too. He had 26 points.
Wow, I didn't even
and 6 assists on 64% shooting.
Wow. So the 3 and the 4 best players definitely came up clutch.
Yeah. But Sixers can be a great team.
I think they just need to Embiid and Harden have to be more consistent in the playoffs. Because Embiid's never been that consistent in the playoffs, and Harden has a bunch of playoff blunders. So.
Well, I think that's the only reason I don't have them in the conference finals.
Yeah.
Because on paper, you would think that they would run away with it. This would be a sweep. But we both have the series going 7, and you have the Raptors winning.
Yeah.
And then even you'd think, they'll likely play the Heat in the next round, and they should slaughter them too, on paper.
And even the Bucks.
Yeah.
They should be able to beat, but I don't think they will.
Yeah. They have, Joel Embiid, I think, is undoubtedly the best player to match up against Giannis.
Yeah.
And then James Harden is still a huge problem.
Yeah.
If they're at their best. If they're at their worst, then, they could just lose
to the
this
Raptors.
series.
I'm interested to see how they play in Toronto. That's the only reason I have them, the Raptors winning.
Well, because you said, because Matisse Thybulle won't be able to play in Toronto, but even this game, he had 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Yeah, but he's mostly defense.
Yeah.
I know he didn't have many steals or blocks or anything, but...
Yeah. The good defense causing guys to miss.
Yeah.
I wish that was a stat, percentage of guys who shot it in your face.
Well, that is a stat.
I know, but it's not readily just available on the NBA app where I can be this is it.
Yeah.
I gotta go searching hardcore in the dark web.
They should have that they should have that right next to the field goal percentage of the player,
opponent's field goal percentage.
Yeah. When this person guards them.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. But what's the next game we got?
We got the Heat and the Hawks, which I didn't even really watch because it was Easter morning.
Yeah, I didn't either, and it was a blowout.
I just saw that Trae Young was 1 for 12 and had 8 points.
Yeah.
Let me be specific with that because I'm just guesstimating. I have it right here. I'm just being lazy. Oh, he did have 8 points. Oh, and was 1 for 12. Wow, man.
Memory.
Photographic memory.
Yep.
Something. Dang.
Well, enough about that game. Let's move on to the good game. The
Celtics Nets. Wow, what a game.
Yeah.
Mad props to Jason Tatum. Well, mad props to the whole Celtics team for being patient to find Tatum at the end.
I know.
And then Tatum hitting that shot. Tatum had 31 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, shot 50%.
No, yeah, he played amazing.
Tatum balled out. Brown played great too, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks.
Yeah. Well, and even
Al
Horford and
Horford.
Smart. I mean,
Yeah, Al Horford, 20 points, 15 rebounds. Marcus Smart, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists.
Did you see how many steals Brown had? 4.
Yeah, 4.
Probably all on Kevin Durant because he could not hold on to the ball.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Durant, along with Steph Curry having his worst playoff game, it wasn't Durant's worst playoff game ever.
One of them. I can't remember.
But it's got to be a top 5.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time he's played that bad in the playoffs.
I mean, he still had... This is how you know you're a great player, when 23 points is a bad game for you.
Well, he was shot 9 for 24.
37% shooting.
When you have more shots than points, that's never a good thing.
Yeah. This is Kyrie Irving is quickly becoming a new favorite player of mine. Like, I'm switching. Because I liked Kyrie on the Cavs, and then I didn't care for when he left to go to Boston. And then when he went to Brooklyn, I'm like, whatever. And then he was like burning sage courtside and just skipping games for
doing weird stuff.
Yeah, he was just being a weird dude. I'm like, man, I can't even stand this guy anymore. And now to know, because this whole game was played in the daytime, so he had no water, no food, the whole game.
Because of Ramadan.
Yeah. And for him to, be fasting for the 12 hours and have 39 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, also 4 steals.
4 steals, yeah.
And 1 block. Who did he block, I wonder?
Well, Andy was 60% from the field and 60% from 3. He was the only starter who was a plus in the plus-minus.
And 100% from free throws, 9 for 9.
I know. I'm like...
Yeah, Kyrie Irving was amazing.
Well, you saw what he did, right? How he was flipping off fans? Yeah. Well, Andy did another one after he hit a 3 to the courtside people right on the sideline. Yeah.
Oh, another thing we forgot to mention. Sorry, I just made, because it was like funny things that happened. That's where my brain went. Another thing we forgot to mention in the Timberwolves Grizzlies game was the crazy fan chick chaining herself to the basket. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was just like, what the heck? Are Minnesota Timberwolves fans just weird? Like,
seriously,
the fact that
the glue
it was
thing?
But like, this was in Memphis. It wasn't in Minnesota.
True.
But like, both teams were with the Grizzlies. It was just like, I've never seen either of this before. And to have glue hands one game.
Yeah.
And then chain yourself to the... Like, what is going on?
I don't know. Too much alcohol or something being served.
I think the fan was protesting, like, chicken or meat or something, like, to go vegan.
I didn't know
And so after I saw it, I went and got a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Went and got McDonald's.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks, chick.
It was advertising for...
Anyways, back to the Nets Celtics.
No, I think
that's
this is going to be
the best series.
Yeah, this or the Timberwolves Grizzlies series. Those are going to be the best ones.
Well, I'm just thinking about this is Kyrie was phenomenal and KD sucked and they lost by 1. So imagine when KD is phenomenal. I think
Kyrie sucks.
I don't think the Celtics have a chance.
I do. I don't think KD's going to play that well this whole series. Because they're going to just they're going to double team him they're going to say Kyrie and the rest of you just beat us because we don't think that's possible.
And that's a smart strategy if I'm the Celtics.
Because they have the best defense, so they can do that to Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
It will be interesting to see how our veteran coach, Steve Nash, responds his coaching schemes.
Yep. But anyway, next up, last game of the game 1's, Bucks-Bulls. I was actually surprised that it was this close.
Oh, right. I expected the Bucks to run away with it.
Well,
but the Bulls were still in this game until the last, minute or two.
Well, I mean, Giannis got into foul trouble, only played not even 34 minutes. So I feel like, because he would have played 39 or 40 most likely.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, and he still had 27 points, 16 rebounds.
Well, and he was a plus 19.
2 blocks.
So when
Wow.
he was on the floor, they were destroying them.
Yeah, there was, man, I'm trying to, because I watched so many games. I'm trying to remember. There was a point where it was like a 3-point game. Um, Hang on, I'm looking on the play-by-play here.
No.
Oh yeah, it was weird. This was an unusually low-scoring game as well.
Yeah.
Like with 2 minutes left, it was 82 to 85,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's typical playoff basketball. I'm just, not used to seeing it.
Yeah. Not this low of scores.
Oh, there was a time. Yeah, there was at some point in. Oh yeah, so it's 86 to 80. Sorry, I'm trying to remember because I was like, there was a sequence where I was like, "What are you doing, Bulls?" Like it just showed the playoff inexperience.
Yeah.
So it's 86 to 89, right? The Bucks are up 3. Vucevic gets a wide open layup and he just misses it, and it's like, "Oh, you got to make that, man." And then yeah, and then Wesley Matthews immediately turns it over, right? And there's 38 seconds left.
Yeah.
And they're still down 3. And I get not calling a timeout because you want to go and shoot.
Yeah.
You want to go before they get their offense set. But because it was so messy recovering the steal, the Bucks defense was already set.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, call a timeout anyway, and let's get a good shot, a good play. But no, Zach LaVine just chucks it.
Yeah.
And then they miss, and then that was it. That was the end of the game. Game over. And I'm like, what are you doing,
playoff
Bulls?
Inexperience.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Billy Donovan should still have playoff experience.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I get the team doesn't, but, you call the timeouts.
Yeah. That's even
you
with,
should see.
With Steve Nash, too, what he did. I don't get why, it just showed how much better of a coach the Celtics coach is over Steve Nash, because Steve Nash ended the game with 2 timeouts.
Oh, what are you doing,
and I'm like,
Nash?
You should have called, that terrible shot that KD had at the end. I don't know if you saw it because your phone cut out when we were watching it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So they got a terrible shot. It was like a 30-foot huck from KD. The play before, with 40 seconds left or something. And then the Celtics go down to get a layup. And then, I don't remember. But basically, he had 2 timeouts and he didn't use either.
Didn't have any food or water in him.
I
Give him
know.
a rest.
Yeah, seriously.
Sheesh.
But I'm like, the coaching, it matters so much in these tight games.
Yeah, which, also on a side note, Celtics coach is a rookie coach in the NBA, so mad props to him.
Well, I mean, he's a rookie coach, but he was with Greg Popovich for a bunch.
Oh, then never mind. That's basically like going to the Harvard School of Coaching.
No, I think he was one of the assistants for the Spurs for a little while. So
I feel like that's where everyone just becomes a head coach that you've never heard of. You just find out, oh yeah, they were an assistant to Greg Popovich. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Like Monty Williams had never been a head coach before.
And they always
he was an assistant.
They're always in the coach of the year race.
Yeah.
Right when they become a head coach.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
So I didn't know that, and for the life of me, I can't remember the Celtics coach's name.
Ime Udoka, isn't it?
That's right.
Udoka?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how to say it, but.
Anyways, he's a phenomenal coach, and we're going to give him his props.
Yep, props.
Yep, our props. Take them with what you will. They don't mean much.
Yeah.
They have no exchange rate.
Yep. Anyway, game 1's in the book.
Yep.
Ready for
Stay
game
tuned. We're going to be better about posting every day. Just this was a crazy weekend, and it was Easter and everything with the holidays. So.
And we never know when my dog could just throw a big wrench into my whole day. So.
That is true too. So we play it by the ear.
Yep.